What is up, guys? This is Liquid, bringing you some HQ from Black Ops today. Totally a different gameplay. I've not really had any, I guess you want to call it objective game type so far. I mean, other than just free-for-all and some zombies and stuff like that. Well, we've gotten my specialty. Where I've came from was HQ, and I'm proudly bringing you a game of HQ, and you can finally see how I'll play some HQ. So, in this game, I was playing with a bunch of random kids, so I took over the part of Slayer. I was a main Slayer of this game. You'll see me pretty much kill a crap load of people. I will say this is probably one of my better games, as in KD ratio, overall, and capping. I felt like I did really good in this game. Yes, I know a lot of people's gonna be like, you camped it up, you sit here, you sit there. Well, you know what? It's called playing it safe. Yes, you do, sometimes want to sit, in a certain, building. Doesn't mean you actually sit in a corner. In my opinion, definition, I've said it before, camping is when you have your back up against a wall and you're chilling there. And you kill a person, and you move to another wall. Or you sit in the same wall. Or you have a claymore in front of you. And or, something stupid like that. Head glitching, sitting in a building that you're moving around in the whole time. You're trying to get, one or so kills, you're trying to stay alive. That's a little different. It's kind of building a kill streak. Kill streaks, it's not always good to go running and gunning, get the 5 kill feed, because usually, if you watch montages, you see a person, they get a quad feed. They get, maybe 6 guys. I think I got 8 guys on my little promo video I made the other day for my team. But the thing is, you tend to die after that. After the team, usually you get in their spawn and you're spraying them and spraying them, spraying them. That's usually how you generate kills. Well, whenever you go for things like that, you're lining them up and trying to get kills. Well, the ones that are spawning are not lined up, so you kind of have to, worry about them. But most of the time, you end up dying. So, yes, I could have, kind of pushed a little harder in some of these cases, and normally I would have, especially considering these are pub stars. And the kids weren't good at all. I mean, you'll see me pull up the leaderboards after, my first death and a few deaths or whatever, and you'll see how bad they were doing against me. I was just dominating. And, of course, unlike MW2, this game, I really like the chopper gunner. I love my Huey. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Huey is the greatest thing ever. I haven't actually got to use the gunner ship yet, but I'll eventually get there. But the greatest thing about the Huey is, for one, how many kills you can get with it. It just is amazing. It also had the napalm and the spy plane. I love the spy plane because you can see where they're at. Well, whenever you have the spy plane up, you can typically get a napalm. And after you kill the napalm and you cut off a certain way of the map, usually they're not going to come from that side until the napalm goes away, so it kind of helps you out, and you only have to watch one side of the map. And it also, if say you're on Havana and you're on one side of the street, the HQ is on, you're on that side, and then the other team's on the other side. You put it right down the middle of the map, they're not going to be able to get through it, so it kind of cuts them off. In an HQ, you I know some of you probably have heard the terms your support players, your main slayers, your objective players, and MLG game types like CTF, Demolition, Damo. Yes, not all those you exactly have position players. You kind of really only have them for CTF. But, and they're more generalized towards Halo. But, that's another story. But in HQ, we actually have a different set of names. We have killers, cappers, and cutoff men. Your cutoff men cut the guys coming off to the base. You got your slayers or your killers that are just racking up kills for kill streaks if you're playing kill streaks. If you're not, then they're just killing, trapping them in the spawn, doing all the stuff, holding them off, along with the cutoff men. And then you have your cappers. Well, if you can't figure out what capper means, then don't play HQ. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah. Please, I suggest HQ is the greatest game, especially when you're trying to level up for prestige. So, with all that said, cappers, the best cappers are not the dumpster divers, as we call them. Yes, the dumpster divers. We totally have a lot of new names for everybody in this game. And Dumpster Diver, if anybody wants to change your gamer tag to that, please send me a picture of it, because I will give you like full props for that. I will give you a shout out and everything. Anyways, Dumpster Diver, where you pretty much running straight to the base, diving on the base. And now that you actually can dive, you really dive. So, and then you actually have the really good cappers that can sit up on the base. Like, I personally am a capper, like from certain teams, because I was a killer and a support player, and then I kind of went to capping because I could cap a base and kill people as they came in, and I typically can clear out a spawn, and with clearing out a spawn, you can kind of clear out a base pretty good too. So I'm not trying to brag too much, but I'm definitely one of the cappers that can kill pretty crazily. So, yes, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you the other one. We have our Dumpster Divers, and we have our Christmas Noobs. Your Christmas Noobs are, even though it's not Christmas yet, they are the ones that really, really suck. If you have below a 1.0 KD, you might be considered as a Christmas noob. If you have a win-loss ratio that's below a 0.5 or maybe even a 1-to-1 ratio, you might be a Christmas noob. You might want to go get that checked out and maybe hit up some YouTube videos for some help, and or find some friends that are a lot better than the kids you're playing with, because apparently something's wrong. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm not trying to sound cocky. I don't want anybody to think, oh, he's a freaking jackass, especially if you've never listened to any of my videos before. I am not that kind of person. I am very helpful. I try to be. If you came for a question for me, I'll answer it. But as far as these, like whenever you get in a lobby with me, I'm all nice. You talk shit to me? Oh, you started something that you never want to see again, because I swear to you, I will come and find you and slice you in the back. Okay, but seriously though, not really. Actually, what was really interesting is we was searching lobbies the other day, and I don't know if y'all know Fear Moho, but ran into him, and I really was ready to play him because I played him in game battles on MW2, and I was ready, just to have fun. Well, all of a sudden, he backed out. I was like, wait, was that a fanboy or is that Moho? Typed in game battles. Well, apparently, he changed his name to something else now. So, I was like, dang. Then again, if I was him, I'm not trying to, say he's, he is pro, okay. But that's in game battles. Pubs is a totally different thing. I play game battles too. I'm not saying that you can't beat me in pubs. I would, I'm sure people can beat me in pubs, even with my team sometimes, maybe. If you beat me, whoop-de-doo. We go to game battles, totally different thing. Game battles, if you're not familiar with it, you might want to go check it out and possibly get into it if you want a somewhat competitive gaming style, because this game is going to be really good for it. I already see it. We're about to start it. We're trying to get all of our map callouts labeled and all that stuff, and we'll be scrimming. And if you have a team and you want to scrim, I'm sure we'll start signing up scrims for our game battles team, and then we'll start playing. I'm not sure if we want to scrim or we're just going to go straight into playing or what. But everything we do in game battles will be recorded, of course, for proof purposes. But if nothing else, really good games that I feel. Now that we have theater mode, I can go in and get you a full team thing for like game battles matches. And I'll be able to bring in more people to do commentaries with me and stuff. So that'll be a really interesting little kickoff whenever that actually happens. This was actually done in theater mode as well. I didn't have my cap card on. I didn't feel like it. And the only thing I really don't like about theater mode is it doesn't show you, where you're calling kill streaks in. It doesn't show you, a little few things like that. Bad thing about theater mode only. And also whenever you toggle it off to where it shows nothing, like no map, no nothing, it still doesn't show you the kill feed, which I don't like, because if you want to make it look like a video, like an actual movie, then you can't actually do that whenever you don't have the kill feed, because you can't really see all the time how many people you're killing, and like in a montage, and it looks so much better seeing 4 people dead by frag instead of kind of guessing how many died, I guess you could call it. Because I ran into this issue yesterday when I was working on my team's promo, which if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this out short, because I'm pretty sure I'm about running over my time. But I hope you enjoyed it. I have quite a bit of zombies. I'm going to bring it from beginning, middle, and end. And probably it's going to be 3 different videos, because it was like 2 hours worth of gameplay. I'll bring you the interesting stuff, try to show you what we've been doing. Anyways, guys, until next time, this is Liquid. Peace.